My question is, would you do it again?
I would do it again for the love and the passion of this game, and for the love of that feeling that you represent your country and raise your country's flag high around the world, and people get to know get to know Oman and get to know this player and this athlete is from Oman.
Yes.
And winning those tournaments, international tournaments with all those countries, and raising your flag high and listening to that national anthem and that success, I would do it not even once. I would do it 100 times if I can. When I grew up, I had this message that I wanted to deliver, is that us women from this region are able to compete internationally and are able to reach. Nothing can stop us from anything.
It's giving me goosebumps, Fatma. The way I'm going to introduce my next guest is simply by saying this quote. When you are defeated, stand up and face yet another challenge. Welcome, Fatma Al Nabhani, to Her Story.
Thank you.
It is such an honor to have you. I say this, I know, to every guest that I've had on Her Story, because honestly, each and every one of you is a personal inspiration to myself.
Thank you.
And I'm sure to many of those watching.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot for having me.
You're most welcome. Fatma, I've decided to have you as part of Her Story, as I said, because you're an inspiration and because you are breaking the barriers when it comes to sports, especially female sports, and you are a tennis player. And for me, what I know of you is that it started when you were very young, and it was a push, I think mainly from your mother, but I'm not quite sure of how it actually all started. Was it something you wanted to do? Your mother suggested it, or how that all came about? So if you please tell me how it all began.
How it all began? Obviously, yes. I grew up in a tennis family. My mom, she used to play the game. I have two elder brothers, Khalid and Mohammed.
Yes.
So when I was born to this world, I remember that my mom, when she used to play a tournament or going to coach my brothers, she used to take me in the stroller and put me aside the court while she finished her training or while she finished her match. So after that, I used to walk, crawl in the tennis court.
Wow.
I grew up a bit. I held a racket that used to be bigger than me, that I couldn't even lift it.
Yeah, 'cause they're
lift
quite
it
heavy.
up. Yes. So I used to run around the court and just crawl the ball, because I couldn't lift it up. After that, I started to pick up a ball and hit against the wall, while my mom, she used to be pretty busy with my brothers. So I didn't get the much attention when I was younger. So I started hitting against the wall, and then at the age of 5 years old, there was this local tournament in Al Bustan, I remember, and they had this category. It's called mini tennis.
Okay.
And it was just half of the tennis court. When my mom signed me in, I really wanted to win so bad, because I wanted the trophy of mine. I used to be jealous when I see my brothers, they have their own trophies, and that trophy ceremony, calling their name, having all that attention. So I was like, I want one of my own, I want to win this, just to get that attention. So I played that tournament at 5 years old, and I won my first ever trophy. But I was, it was something that I was so happy with. At the age of 9, I played the first ever international tournament, and it was West Asian Championship under 13. I was the youngest in the tournament. I wasn't confident that I would do anything, because most of the girls, they were much older and much more experienced than me.
Than you were, yeah.
So surprisingly, I just played to enjoy. I just played, I wanted that, that to challenge myself and to see how things go. So surprisingly, I won 2 gold medals and 2 silver medals at that tournament.
Allah.
So from there, it started, and I said, I want to do this professionally.
So at the age of 9?
At the age of 9.
So up until then, it was mainly just a hobby, mainly just to do what everyone else
yes,
is doing.
Yes.
But when you did that tournament, you realized, okay, I have something going on here.
Exactly. But also the good thing is that no one pushed me to play the game. Yes, I was born and everyone was playing it, but I just fell in love with it. You know, you felt خلاص, it's something in your blood. You know that you want to play and you want to compete, you want to challenge. It all started from there at the age of 9.
So up until that time, your mother was your coach?
My mother was my coach till I reached 16 years old. But still today, she still travels with me to all tournaments. I still take her advice. She's always there. Till now, yeah.
So the support of your mom and your family basically shaped you to be who you are today.
Exactly. I mean, I always say that without the support of my mom, I wouldn't have done 1% of what I've reached to today. Because she really supported us very much. She sacrificed a lot for us. Yani this all came after a very hard work and so much sacrifice just for us to reach where we are today. Not only me and my brothers as well. I believe that the family support is one of the most important supports that you would want if you have a goal and something that you want to reach to.
So talking about family support, have you always had, now I'm not talking about the immediate family, I'm talking about the extended family. Have you always had that support? I can imagine at that young age, an Omani girl going out, doing basically, especially in Oman, it was a male-dominated area. How did that go?
Alhamdulillah, yes, I did get support from my family, the close people to me. Yes, it was, I mean, choosing a career or a field that no one have done before in the region, it was a tough thing, but I was just following my passion, you know. Yes, it was tough because I didn't know, like no one have done it before, so I didn't know who to follow or what path, you know, to take or how it will be. But at the time, I was just following a passion that I had.
And I think you were focused as well on what you want to do, and you had maybe certain achievements that you wanted to achieve whenever in your category, or I want to go to this tournament. You were really not thinking about what's going around. You're just so focused.
I was just so focused. I was just following a passion and a dream. Yet when I grew up, I had this message that I wanted to deliver, is that us women from this region are able to compete internationally and are able to reach. Nothing can stop us from anything.
It's giving me goosebumps.
No, but it's so true. Nothing can stop us, you know. If we have the passion, if we have a dream that we want to reach to, yes, we be committed and we be determined to what we want to reach to, and we're gonna do it. Nothing can stop us.
But that is, I think, you know, very few of us reach to that path. Why? Because Fatma, there is, as you know, a lot of sacrifice.
Of course.
That goes hand in hand with success.
No, of course.
You cannot reach to a certain, or you cannot reach to a level of where you are now, Fatma, without having had a really tough time.
I mean, I didn't. Yeah, people, see the success and they see exactly, but they don't see what's behind it and how we reached to this. I mean, as a child, I didn't live my normal childhood. I lived, it was a tough one. I mean, yes, I used to go to school. I finish at 2:30. I have a quick lunch and then go to the tennis court at 3:30 until 10 p.m.
10 p.m.
10 p.m. because, I mean, my mom, she used to coach. I mean, not only me, but my brothers. She used to coach also another kid. So I used to spend most of my time at the tennis court. I used to take my nap at the tennis court. I used to take my books and homework to do also, you know, at the tennis court.
Was your second home, wasn't it?
It was.
You lived, you breathed tennis, the court, everything.
True.
So Fatma, as we know, and what people don't understand is, with success comes challenges.
Challenges,
and I can imagine you have been through a lot of those.
I have been through a lot. That's true. I mean, as a kid, I didn't get to live my like normal childhood. It was a difficult one. I spent most of the time in the tennis court, finishing school, going to the tennis court, spending it all day there, doing my homework there, having my nap in the tennis court. After that, I mean, yes, my school was supportive. When I used to travel, whenever I had tournaments, they were supportive that they give me my exams whenever I'm back. But إنه خلاص, when I finished middle school, I had to do homeschooling. And for homeschooling, it's also tough because, I mean, school, you have your schoolmates, you have someone you're studying with. Homeschooling, you're doing everything alone. You're too focused in your tennis. You're practicing 6 hours a day, 3 hours in the morning, and then 3 hours in the afternoon. Fitness and tennis. It wasn't easy as a child to do all this. You know, it was too much. But you wanted to reach to a goal, so you had to work. I knew that when I was a kid, and if I wanted to reach where I want to go, I have to work hard for it.
Okay, so what was your goal when you were young? What was it that you wanted to reach?
I wanted to be one of the best tennis players, not only in the region but in the world. I wanted to compete internationally. In juniors, I wanted to play the 4 Grand Slams, and alhamdulillah, I did. As a junior player, I did and reached to all this. Yes, it came after a lot of hard work and a lot of sacrifices, but it feels so good, you know, to win, to achieve, to get the trophy, to raise your flag high, to reach that national anthem. It's all worth it. Really, it's all worth it. But I mean, it's not easy playing 26 tournaments, weeks a year, traveling all the time, leaving your family and friends behind. Traveling, for example, let's say if from here to the States, 15 to 16 hours in an economy chair. Tennis is a very expensive game, and it's tough to afford everything. So we didn't have the capability to pay for example, a business class or something. So we had to always travel economy, especially that you're traveling 26 weeks a year. It's too much. Anyway, traveling for a long time in economy, reaching to a tournament, taking a train from a city to where the tournament is, then take 4 or 5 hours, taking a car, reaching to the hotel. Next day you have to compete or play a game. You are exhausted.
I can imagine. And when you go just to travel and you're just going for tourism or to change your Heather, you get tired. So, and you have to go there focused. You have to train, you have to compete, and you have a goal.
Exactly. And I mean, let's not forget the weather change, different weather, different food, jet lag. For all these things, I mean, it's tough to, yes, we are used to it, but it's tough to get used to it too fast, you know? And sometimes you're tired physically, sometimes you get tired mentally as well, you know. I mean, it's something that it's not easy at all.
So at any point in that, did you ever feel like giving up? Like, you know what, I can't do this?
All the time.
All the time?
All the time.
I was expecting you to say no, never. No, all the time, Fatma?
I mean, sometimes we reach to a point like when it's just too much and too much pressure and all the eyes on you. They want you to, when you go to a tournament, there are some people say they're waiting for you to fail.
Yes.
You know, until you have all that pressure on you, and you don't want to يعني you want to work harder, you want to fight even harder just to prove them wrong. So there is a lot of pressure on you, and I mean sports is win and lose.
Yes.
So you get to lose so many times. فأنا I hate losing, you know, it's something that hurts me so much. For sometimes you reach to a point when that I can't do this anymore. You reach to a point that yes, you get depressed. يعني I like many times I do get depressed. يعني it's something. We are human beings at the end. I mean, it's okay for us to break down.
Yeah.
We can't be strong all the time. But breaking down, it's also good, because when you come back, you will come back even stronger.
Yes.
You know? فإن my field, I get broken so many times. But something tennis taught me is that you fail once, twice, 3 times, you will get broken, but how to pull yourself back up again together. Yes, we face a lot of pressure, a lot of breakdowns. A lot of times we say that I can't do this anymore. But then you remember what you worked for, and you remember that the dream that you want to reach.
Yeah.
You get back up and you get back stronger and work again and again and again.
And I think now it's part of who you are, Fatma. I can't imagine Fatma Al Nabhani doing anything else. For me,
True.
Fatma Al Nabhani is tennis. Tennis is Fatma.
True.
It runs in you. It is
Exactly.
you. So even I feel if you wanted to, I don't think, unfortunately, you can give up, because once you've reached so much, you've given so much of your life to tennis. Don't forget your mother's influence and sacrifice, your brothers. It's all part of tennis. It's all part of you. So I don't think you have that luxury to say, I can't do this. You might feel it, but I don't think you can say, you know what, I'm going to give up. I don't think it's going to happen.
I'm not going to give up, but for sure there will come a day that I will stop competing.
Yes.
You know, but I will still do things related to tennis. And one of my dreams that I really want to do is give back to this country, give back to the community. So I will always support the new generation, and I want them to be not just like Fatma Nabhani, I want them to be even better than Fatma Nabhani. Yeah. So if I stop competing, I will always do something related to tennis. I will support those kids. I will support sports in Oman. I will always do something related to tennis.
And I think you having said that is going to give them something you didn't have when you started into tennis, because you said nobody was there, especially as a child. Maybe as a grown-up now, it's a bit easier, but as a child, nobody will understand the commitment, the dedication, the sacrifice that goes into tennis if you want to take it pro. And that's what you have done. You have paved the way. You've broken the barriers, not only by being the first Omani female tennis player, but also doing it at such a young age and giving. For me, what I'm learning from you today, Fatma, is focus, dedication, and keep your eyes on the prize.
That's true.
Because you've not only done it, you've actually shown us how it's done. And I can see kids saying, I can't wait for Fatma to start coaching, because she has everything that I need. She has the recipe that I need to get where I need to go.
True, and this is my dream, that I wanna support them. I wanna give back to them. I wanna see them better than me. And I'm working on that already. We're starting our way on building our own tennis academy and a sports center. So I'm really looking forward to give all the experience I have to them, and to teach them that nothing is beyond our reach. If we want to reach to a goal, we have to be committed, we have to be determined, and we fight for that, to reach to our dream till the last breath in our soul. You want it, you work hard for it, you be committed, you be determined that you want to reach to that.
No matter what it takes.
No matter what it takes. It's not going to be easy. You have to tell them that it's not going to be easy.
Okay, Fatma, so one last question before we end this. Having lived through what you have lived through the challenges, through the sacrifices, my question is, would you do it again?
I would. I would definitely do it again.
Even knowing everything that you have, you talked about, all of the things that we've discussed, you would do it again?
I would do it again for the love and the passion of this game, and for the love of that feeling that you represent your country and raise your country's flag high around the world, and people get to know get to know Oman and get to know this player and this athlete is from Oman.
Yes.
And winning those tournaments, international tournaments with all those countries, and raising your flag high and listening to that national anthem and that success, I would do it not even once. I would do it 100 times if I can.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I hope there's a girl watching us and thinking, I'm going to be the next Fatma Al Nabhani.
She's going to be the next better than Fatma Al Nabhani.
Thank you so much, Fatma, for your time.
Thank you very much.
It was such a pleasure having you.
Thank you. Pleasure is mine. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.